Hi guys, it's James here from Ground Force. We're at SHOT Show 2025 at the Swampfox booth. We've got Doug with us. Thanks for joining us, Doug.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, run us through the precision optics line from Swampfox.
Yeah, so our precision optics are what I'd say are our bread and butter. So we've got three main lines in our precision optics. So on the top here we have our Warhawk, and the Warhawk's main features are going to feature a 34mm tube. So you're going to have a lot of windage and elevation adjustment in the optic if you like to dial.
Yes.
So that's really cool. It's got really cool magnification ranges. So we're looking at like 5 to 25. There's a 4 to 20 in there.
Yeah.
A couple other ones as well. So this is what I'd say is kind of like our premier flagship precision optic. So it's got some really nice reticles. They give you a lot of data so you can make accurate adjustments, accurate holds, and stuff like that. Yeah. So really like that one. The next one we have is our Kentucky Long. So the Kentucky Long series is very similar to the Warhawk, but some of the differences is it has a 30mm main tube as opposed to 34. So a little bit smaller, so you have a little bit less windage and elevation, so you might be holding more with an optic like this as opposed to the Warhawk. But it's got a couple different magnification ranges as well. So it's got a 2 to 12, a couple other ones. So you got your options there as far as weight savings with the tube size and stuff like that. And then the third one that I want to talk to you guys about is our new optic this year, and this is the Patriot 2. So one of the things that we have kind of made a habit of doing is taking optics that we made a couple years ago and saying, hey, these can be better, so let's make them better. So the Patriot 2 is our newest version of that kind of concept and that line of thought. So second generation. What's really cool about the Patriot 2 is we put capped windage and elevation turrets in here, but what we also did is just take the last 4 or 5 years of our experience making optics and update one of our original optics. So it's got a much sleeker design. It also features 30mm tubes, and 6 to 24 magnification range when we launch, which we're looking at a spring launch for that. So we're really excited about this one. We think it's going to be a big hit. It's got a more simplified reticle than the other two, so it might be something that you might want if you're hunting, or you just don't need all that clutter in your optic when you're shooting, making it hard to kind of ID your target and stuff like that. So this is the Patriot 2, and we are really excited for this addition to the rest of our precision optics.
So what's this one down here on the bottom?
This is another one of our Kentucky Longs. So this one is our 3 to 18. So it has a little bit higher magnification range, basically, so a little higher multiplier. But I really like this one because you might not always need to be shooting at 18 or at full power, but what you can do is use it for target identification. So it's really nice to be able to punch in. You really want to know what's out there, and then when you're ready to take your shot, you might be able to drop it back down to 10, have a little bit better sight picture, and kind of see where your hits go. So
that's a very nice scope as well. Like the currents on that as well.
And this one has our push-pull locking, so this way you can easy make adjustments, pop it up. You've got a little red hash in there, and so you can up, dial, and then you know where to come back to go back to your zero in case you're like, oh, I just put a bunch of adjustment in my scope and I'm not quite sure where I need to go back to get it back to zero.
And that 3 to 18, that's an awesome practical range.
Absolutely.
Magnification there.
Yep. 3 still gives you a huge visibility. You're not looking through something that's super magnified, but gives you a ton of options when you get out to that 18.
And one of the things I love is these throw levers. Like, I think pretty much on every optic.
We include them all in the box. So what's really cool too is we have 2 options. Not everybody likes a huge throw lever sticking out. So we have a taller version and a shorter version, and you can install it anywhere along this entire ring. So all of these slots are somewhere you could put that lever. That way, if you like it in a very particular place, you can put it where you want it to go.
That's a really neat feature. It's something that's not on all brands, is it? And you guys also do the rings as well?
That's correct. So these are our Freedom 2 rings. So we've got a couple options for rings. We've got a couple lower heights in the 30mm tubes, and then in the 34s, I think we have a 1/6 set of rings as well. So they're really cool.
That's amazing.